Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the year again. We're getting close to the biggest event in Australia. The pinnacle of the greatest game of all, State of Origin, is set for its next installment in 2022, with Game 1 being played. Returning to the land of the gods, New South Wales, for Game 1, Wednesday, June 8th at Accor, aka Stadium Australia, Homebush, sold out in front of 80,000 drunken Blatchy Blues. I'm going to be there and I cannot wait, because unlike last year, it seems that the two sides are going to stack up very well against each other. Both teams dealing with a few injury clouds, but we are still going to get two of the best rugby league teams the game can offer. It's going to be a cracker, and over the next week, I'm going to give you both my New South Wales and Queensland State of Origin teams for Game 1, and we are starting with my team, the New South Wales Blues. I am a proud New South Welshman as much as I am a DCE cock rider, but we're going to get straight into it. If you want to see the Queensland team drop sometime next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, let's try and hit 25 likes on this video, and let's get straight into my team for State of Origin Game 1. Times have changed since Queensland's dominant State of Origin period, as now it is the New South Wales Blues who have plenty of depth, especially in their key positions. But here is the team I've gone through. Now, this is my team, not what I think Freddie will select. This is what I would pick. So, Freddie, if you are looking for inspiration for your team, if you want to get the sweep, then listen to me, because I'm about to go through my 1 to 17, my back five, my spine, my forward pack, and arguably the most important part, the bench. So let's go through it 1 through 17, and I'll even chuck an 18th man in just because I'm such a nice guy. But let's go straight through the team. At fullback, I've got the captain, James Tedesco, and finishing out the back three on the wings is Brian To'o and Josh Adokar. These three pick themselves. I have gone loyal, spoilers, for this first game side. I'm going to give most of them another chance, considering how dominant New South Wales were last year. It's probably the most dominant Origin series that isn't a sweep of all time, and even the fact it wasn't a sweep, it was still the biggest points difference, I think, in State of Origin series history. So you got to go loyal, and I've gone loyal with the back three. If an injury to one of these players were to happen, it'd probably be Daniel Tupou or Ruben Garrick next in line, but I still think that these three are probably the best in their positions in this competition. I still think To'o and Fox are two of the top three wingers in the comp, maybe even just the top two, and Tedesco, he's still the best big game player in the competition. In the centres, I've gone Stephen Crichton to partner last year's player of the series, Tommy Turbo Trbojevic. There are a couple. I was high on Talakai after he thumped Manly and Katoni Staggs, but I feel like we all know that as soon as Latrell Mitchell's fit, barring what this centre can do in Game 1, he's pretty much a lock-in. Crichton, he's got the Penrith connection, and he's still one of a top-tier centre, so it makes all the sense in the world to keep those Penrith connections, chuck him in the left centre, and he can do a job until Latrell Mitchell comes back. The halves, they pick themselves Jarome Luai and Nathan Cleary. There's no real contender to Jarome Luai, especially if Nathan Cleary's your halfback. Adam Reynolds and Mitchell Moses are both having the best years of their career, but Nathan Cleary is the best halfback of this generation. The stuff he is doing at only 24 years old, I can't believe it. He's probably the best 24-year-old halfback we've ever seen in the competition, so he is obviously a lock. And Jarome Luai, a lot of people don't think he's up to it. I still think he's probably the best off-the-ball player in the competition. He brings so much energy, and he was New South Wales, one of their top 5 players in last year's series, and you could tell when, unfortunately, Jack White went in for him in Game 3, there was a massive, massive difference. So these two, definitely my halves pairing. In the front row, Jake Trbojevic, he keeps his spot. He's not going to give you the barnstorming runs, but he can still ball play, which is what New South Wales love to do, and he's still the best defender in the competition. Damien Cook, the only real challenge to him is Api Coruscant, but you got to stay loyal. He's become a bit of an Origin player, Damien Cook. He's a lot better in the Origin arena than he seems at the club level. And partnering Jake, I've gone Junior Paulo because of how much he can really just bash the opposition. I don't think Daniel Saifiti has performed to his best this year, and I feel like Junior Paulo proved against both the Storm and the Eels, and the Panthers, he plays for the Eels, that he can start games and he can start them well. In the back row, I've gone Tariq Sims, keeping him, he's staying loyal to him. He did a great job on the left second row. I nearly put Angus Crichton in the starting lineup, but I did decide to keep Tariq Sims' spot. Replacing Cameron Murray on the right second row is Liam Martin, the Penrith connection. He played in that team last year. It makes all the sense in the world. And rounding off at lock, the best forward in the competition this season at the time of recording, he is leading the Dally M leaderboard, Isaiah Yeo. And on the bench, I've replaced Jack Whiten. I love Jack, but he's not my utility. It is Nicho Hynes. He may not be able to do the forward stuff that Jack can do, but Nicho Hynes is arguably the form player of the competition in 2022, and I had to chuck him in there. He was part of the extended squad last year. He's gone to a whole new level as one of the leaders of this new Sharks team. And then I've got Angus Crichton, Payne Haas, and I've gone on debut, Haumole Olakau'atu. I feel like it's a very mobile pack. Crichton can play in the middle. Payne Haas will probably come on after 20 minutes and play the rest of the game. He is a different beast. I've kept him out of it. He'll probably come on and replace Jake. I don't see Jake getting too many minutes outside of his first stint, just like he did in Game 1 last year. And I think that Olakau'atu has been the best back rower in the competition this season. It's between him and Koloamatangi. And at 18th man, I will go Jack Whiten. Api Koroisau, it's either him or Whiten for 18th man, but I'll stay loyal to Jack. This is my team, guys. This is not what I think Freddie will pick. I do think that Freddie will go a pretty similar team, but I do think the only real difference Freddie will go is he will pick Whiten instead of Nicho Hynes, but I just can't go past how good Hynes has been this year. I still wanted to stay loyal, and that is my team. Blues fans, get in that comment section. Let me know your Game 1 team for the New South Wales Blues. Can the Cockroaches win with this team? Do you agree? Do you not? Let me know in that comment section down below. Smash a like if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, 25 likes, and the Queensland team drops next week.
Yes, Fossey, what is he doing? Jack Whiten's made a meal of it. And then we have this play again. Foul! Massive space! We suck him in! Dearden's there! Tuilagi can't keep up with him. We're going to have to offer to keep it in! And we do! Another scrum! Another try!